Sure, yeah, absolutely. October 26th, I was at the Townsend Plaza in Tacoma, right down the street here with Kelly J. Keene, with her Let Women Speak tour that I organized, and I was there to film and video what was taking place. I was there to give a speech about the men that are in the women's prisons, and I was there to support women. And what happened was it got very violent, and all of these people and kids from the school surrounded us in a big mob fashion, and we got to the point where it was obvious that we needed to leave because, I mean, the violence had escalated to that point where we needed to go.
They were surrounding us.
So we were totally surrounded. And I went to try to grab my things, and as I did, Elijah Lane and his accomplice, who has not been mentioned or charged, and it's all in the video, running off, right? They attacked me. I was filming with my extension rod with my phone on it, and I saw the hand come over and him trying to grab it, and I took my hand up and tried to beat him to get it before he did, and that's when he put his hand over the top of mine and crushed it, and then I yelped out a big, huge, blood-curdling scream, and my phone fell to the ground, and we both raced down to get it, and when we raced down to get it, that's when I got shoved down to the ground, and I believe by his accomplice.
Shove them your hand.
Well, at one point it actually would only bend to about right here. After about 2 months of occupational therapy, I'm able to get it down to about right there. So it is healing. It's probably still going to take another 9 to 12 months, and it's never going to be the same as it was. What else happened that day? Oh, she got hit in the head with a water bottle. Our women got spit on.
Yeah, I wasn't the only one. They were throwing.
Yes. And they were coming after, even though we were trying to leave, they were all coming after us with their intimidation, yelling and screaming at us, gaslighting, turning everything around, saying we're the haters, we're the violent people, what they do every time.
Was there a police presence at all?
I went and talked to the chief of police the very next day because I was irate, because I was told that I was going to have police protection and that the Tacoma Police Department would be there. So the very next day at Starbucks, all the Tacoma police were there, and so I came in and said, "Where's the chief? I need to talk to the chief." And he was behind the Starbucks counter, and I was, and he was like, "Whoa, let's go over here and talk." He didn't want everybody knowing. And so I chewed that chief of police out for not protecting all of us women and not having police officers there. And then he said, well, we did have police officers there undercover.
They were kind of by the outskirts of the crowd. They were just kind of moseying.
Did they partake in the melee? Because a lot of times
I kind of feel like they just
partake in the melee.
I kind of feel like they just watched.
Yes, they did. So they stood around and watched all this. Yeah. They didn't call their co-workers, their colleagues, the other, police officers to tell them about the violence. They just sat there and watched it all. And then somebody sent me an article on the Tacoma Chief of Police and his report that he put in for the year of all of the violence in Tacoma, and he underplayed it all, and he got busted and he got called out. So our Chief of Police here in Tacoma is trying to downplay and minimize the crime that's taking place here in Tacoma.
Of course.
Yes, and that is why they wrote this up as a 4th-degree misdemeanor instead of the hate crime it is.
Yep, exactly.
Do you have trust in our justice system that they're gonna do right by you?
Well, they're not considering it a hate crime.
They're not going to do right by her.
I don't know what's going to happen until we get here for the trial on June 20th, really.
Who's the judge? We need to know the judge's name.
It's a woman, and her name is Henke, Henke.
It's Drew Ann Henke.
Drew Ann Henke. When we went in to sit down, the prosecuting attorney asked to speak to me. And we went outside to talk, and my first question was, of course, about the hate crime. And they did take it up to the 10th floor and try to get this moved to a hate crime, and they would not. So it's being tried as a 4th-degree misdemeanor. And they set the next hearing for the 1st of June, and then they set the trial date for the 20th of June.
So what's the distinction between those? And I heard also that they needed to charge it as a technicality or as a hate crime in the jury one, or how is that?
That's what I'm still a little bit confused about, and I have questions about, and I told him I'm not done with this. I am not accepting that this is not a hate crime. You need to let me know what I need to do to push this further to get this to be a hate crime, and he said we would talk afterwards. So I'm going to call him when I get home and get that information from him, because I'm not letting this go.
Can you tell everybody why it would be considered a hate crime, or why you consider it a hate crime?
Well, I consider it a hate crime anytime a woman goes out into public to speak about the violence that males bring upon us for speaking in public. And there we are. I mean, the irony, right? We're out there speaking in public about male violence, and what happens? Male violence. So why did Elijah Lane come after me and harm me? Was it because he liked me? No, these people hate us with a passion. I mean, if you look on Facebook, if you look on Twitter, there are so many threats against TERFs. Punch a TERF, kill a TERF, spit on a TERF, do whatever you want to a TERF, blow them up. Yeah, they hate us. And it's all coming out. I mean, they know it's a hate crime. It's just a matter of probably something technicality, right, with the laws or whatever of getting it pushed forward.
One more thing also with regards to the